this is Tom Kelly, professional business coach with Potential in Motion with your sales tip of the day. Today's sales tip is how to control your ultimate destiny as a salesperson. One of the toughest and most rewarding jobs is that of a salesperson. Selling is one of the few jobs where you get paid based directly on the results that you create. So as a salesperson, I'm guessing that you'd love to be able to control the results that you achieve on a day-to-day basis. If you're able to do this, you'd be able to not only be in more control of what you make, you'd also be able to control the impact and value that you bring to your clients and ultimately your destiny as a salesperson. Here's what you need to do to make this happen. The first thing that you need to do to control your results is to realize that any result you create comes down to two things: your psychology and your strategy. Your psychology dictates 80% of the result and your strategy the other 20%. If you stop to think about this for a second, it makes sense. There are plenty of proven strategies in the sales world. Anything from phoning techniques to closing techniques and strategies are readily available and at your fingertips. So why is it that with so many proven strategies available, salespeople are still out there struggling? If you have a solid strategy and are still struggling to create the results, it's because your psychology sucks. I know it sounds harsh, but if you don't believe that the strategy will work, or if you don't execute it effectively, you won't get the results you want. So how do you master your psychology? Mastering your psychology comes down to three basic things. First of all, you must master your physiology. The first step to mastering your psychology is to master your physiology. Physiology is how your body functions. It's how you hold yourself, your body language, and your energy level with respect to what you're focused on. Imagine for a second that you walk into a sales call and your energy level is at a 2 out of 10. Picture yourself with a highly negative body language, low positivity, and an overall feeling of negativity. Are you going to make the sale? Of course not. If you don't have confident body language, along with a positive winning attitude and high energy level, it doesn't matter what your strategy is. So you have to master this to be effective. Number two, you must control your focus and your beliefs. If you don't believe that you'll make the sale, you won't. If you're not focused on the outcome you want to create, then you won't create that outcome. I always say that the first sale you make is to yourself, and if you can't sell yourself, then you certainly won't sell the prospect. So if you have a positive focus along with beliefs that support the outcomes you want to create, then you will feed your psychology. And number three, you have to control the meaning that things have. If you make, say, 5 sales calls in a day, and all the prospects say no, what does that mean? If you have poor psychology, it means that you're not a good salesperson. If you have strong psychology, it means that you're one step closer to the sale. So the story that you tell yourself about what's happening in your world and the meaning that you give to the results that you are or aren't getting will absolutely affect your psychology. If you learn to master the 3 components that make up your psychology, your physiology, your beliefs and focus, and the meaning that you give to things, and couple that with a superior strategy, you're well on your way to controlling your destiny. Happy selling! If you're a salesperson, entrepreneur, or small business owner, and you're looking for some more tips, tools, and resources, please visit us online at www.businesscoachchicago.com.